Greetings, YouTube. I'll be linking to an article on Metafilter for this particular conversation. It deals with anti-Asian violence. Since the beginning of the pandemic, anti-Asian violence in America has increased 1,900%. That's 1,900%. And why has anti-Asian violence increased that much since the beginning of the pandemic? Because the twice impeached president told people it was the China flu, that COVID is to be blamed on China. Now, is that unfortunate that it seemed to cross the animal to human barrier in China, but it could have happened anywhere. The particular type of virus that COVID exists in more than one place. I mean, it's called COVID-19 for a reason. There have been many strains of COVID. SARS was a variety of COVID. And the more exotic the ecological niche that is available to for animals, the more chances you have of getting some very strange and bizarre things having evolved there over time. Interestingly, it appears that bats seem to be uniquely resistant to respiratory issues. So it's a great population for viruses because they can just linger there and pass from bat to bat to bat because the bats don't seem to care. So they just exist for a very long time in those communities. I thought that was kind of interesting. But blaming Chinese people, and by extension, all Asian people, for this pandemic is racist and fucking ugly. I mean, it's gotten bad enough that there are groups that are escorting elderly Asian people so they can go into public. Because without escorts, they are at threat of violence and harassment every single time they leave their homes in America. Because of the twice impeached president telling people you should blame China, and by extension, all Asian people. It's just astounding. It is so damn ugly. And America is so damn good at this. We are incredibly good at blaming everybody in the world except our own problems. Because we could have stopped this pandemic in its tracks in April or May of last year if we just all put masks on and stopped going out. But we didn't. We politicized a pandemic. We politicized wearing masks or not wearing masks. That's absurd. Viruses don't care about your politics. And if you're not wearing a mask, it's freedom. The virus does not care that you have an American flag tattooed in your arm and you piss red, white, and blue. They don't care. Actually, if you piss red, white, and blue, call your doctor. They don't care. The virus just will kill you, or worse, infect you, and then use you as a vector to kill other people. And whenever the time there's one of these rallies about, open up the economy, they become super spreader events. I mean, Texas just survived a horrible snowstorm that caused millions of people to lose power. And within like a week and a half or 2 weeks, the governor of Texas is saying, we're getting rid of all those mitigation restrictions. Open up the economy and kill people. We're doing stupid shit like that. And we're blaming Asian people for the disease. It's almost like white people can do anything they want to and not be blamed, and they'll just find some scapegoat. In this case, Asian people. So how about we not do that? How about we stop being racists? I know it's hard for some people. I know it's so difficult to look in the mirror and say, you shouldn't be a racist, because that's what it really comes down to. White people being willing to accept that they have been racist in the past and they need to stop. And they have benefited from racist systems, and that needs to stop. And a lot of white people in America do not want to face that. They just don't. They would rather blame and dodge and weave and do anything under the sun other than take responsibility for their own actions, including harassing and attacking completely innocent Asian people for doing nothing.